Hi there, Sandra here from the Schwowin's Nest. Thanks for joining me today. My first project is using this Dollar Tree mason jar sign. I really love the print on it. I don't like the glitter. So I'm just taking my ruler. I couldn't find my little Dollar Tree scraper that I usually use. But in hindsight, I thought this was a better idea because then I would be able to just scrape off the glitter and not ruin any of the paper because I need to keep it this way. I love this little wreath pattern. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's kind of vintagey looking. So I decided just to take some of my white DIY chalk paint and a small little brush and give the inside of the wreath a couple of coats just to camouflage all of the lettering that is still there. There's a little bit of residue and glue left. So I'm just going to cover that up with some paint. If you've been watching my channel, you know I love printing on tissue paper, so I created this little Pumpkins Are the Spice of Life printable, which of course will be available down in my description box. I'm just going to go ahead and cut the tissue paper to fit into the wreath, and I want to make sure that I don't touch any of the outside, so I'm just using my pencil to draw out the lines where I need to cut. I'm using Mod Podge to apply the tissue paper printable, and I'm just going to go ahead and use my brush to place it down where I need it to be, and then I'll just use some more Mod Podge over the top of it to get out any wrinkles or creases. To make the sign look more finished and a little bit more high end, I'm taking some of this jute rope and I'm going to just go all the way around the edge, including the very top portion. I'm just using hot glue. That's the easiest way to just get this rope on there, and I'm going to continue all the way around until I get back down to the bottom. I grabbed a little piece of broken shim and I'm going to use that as a pumpkin stem. So I'll just hot glue that right to the back of the sign. I'm going to cut some pieces of the Hawaiian skirt that also came from the Dollar Tree. It's just going to substitute for raffia because I can't seem to find any of that, but I really like working with this. It's a lot softer and it looks just as good. I'm going to glue on a couple of little orange pumpkins, and then I'm going to add a sola wood flower too. I'm going to add a couple of sweet little pumpkins, and I'm also going to add a sola wood flower, and this one is called a skin flower because it has a little bit of brown on it. So you can get skinless without brown, and you can get skin with the brown. And I think these are just beautiful for rustic fall decor and any time of the year. I love sola wood flowers. If you're interested, I do have a link down in my description box. I grabbed some of this neutral cotton string that's really thin. I think I wrapped it around my hand 20 to 30 times. Now I'm going to take another piece of it and just tie off the top. Then I'll cut out the bottom so it's all fringed and then make it nice and even. I lucked out the last time I was at the Dollar Tree and I found some of this orange and white gingham ribbon. I'm just going to glue a few different lengths together to make sort of a bow, or I don't know. I guess it's not really a bow, but maybe more tails of a bow. Anyhow, I'm just going to glue them together and then I'm going to dovetail them as well. Then I'm going to glue the ribbon down first and then glue the tassel right on top. So it looks like it's a little bit layered. And I'm just tucking them in underneath the pumpkins a little wee bit. And that's just going to make it stick out to the side, which I think is really cute. Using another piece of ribbon, I'm just going to fold it over on itself and make a couple of loops. So I'm just gluing it this way, and then I'm going to take the other end, fold it over, and I'm going to try and make the tails about the same length. And that's just going to create a tiny little bow. Then I added another solo wood flower and some pipberry garland from the Dollar Tree, twirled to look like little stems of a pumpkin, and I think this turned out looking really high end. I am so excited and honored to be part of the Pumpkin Patch Fall Pumpkin Collab. Check out all of these amazing creators. I'll have a playlist link down in my description box, and I would really appreciate it when you're done with my video. Go over there, click that link, watch everybody's videos, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button so you can help their channel grow, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of their future videos. My second project is using this sauerkraut jar. Now, this jar looks like a barrel, but when I look at it, I see a pumpkin. It's a beautiful little round shape. So I'm taking my honey brown acrylic paint that I've made into a chalk paint by adding some talc, and I'm going to give it a couple of good coats. I'm going to share a painter's tip with you, and I think I've shared it before, but it is worth repeating. When you're working on slick surfaces like glass or plastic, a really good tip is to change the direction of your brush strokes. The first coat I did horizontal strokes, so I went side to side, and now I'm going up and down, which is vertical. And that's just going to give me absolutely superior coverage just with two coats. So try it next time you're painting. You'll see a big difference. I went to my Google Drawing app on my computer and I created this free printable for you. This is going to serve as a vintage label for the middle of the jar where the previous label was as well. I'm just going to cut it out and I'm just going to use some Mod Podge just to glue it down, but I'm not going to put any Mod Podge on the top because I don't want it to wrinkle. You don't really see any sealers on top of the paper labels of jars and cans nowadays, so I thought I would just leave it more natural looking. As usual, the printable will be down in my description box. Now it's time to embellish the lid. I'm taking a piece of drop cloth fabric and I'm just going to be tracing around the lid. Then I'm going to cut it out so it is a couple of inches bigger than the lid size itself, as you see here. I hot glued the lid onto the drop cloth and then I screwed it back onto the jar. Now I'm taking some twine and I'm going to wrap it around a couple of times and then tie it off in a knot. I wanted this jar to look like one of those old-fashioned mason jar lids. I decided to make a messy bow for the top of the jar, so I've just cut some various lengths of strips. I've got the buffalo check gingham ribbon from the Dollar Tree. Then I'm just cutting some strips of the drop cloth fabric, and I also have some grain stripe fabric with black. So I'm just going to put them all together and then tie them in the center with a piece of twine. I fluffed it out, and now I'm going to hot glue it right on top of the jar. I added a few sprigs of greenery, another little mini pumpkin, and this little vintage jar is finished. My last project today is using this little wooden picnic table that I picked up at Dollarama. It has two salt and pepper shakers and a mustard and ketchup container, but I'm not going to need those. Using some burnt umber acrylic paint that has been diluted with water and a sponge brush, I'm going to go ahead and just give this a faux stain. You can see that it's got the holes at the top, and that would be to hold those little condiments, but I'm not going to be using that. So these are just going to get covered up and you won't even notice that they're there. The first thing I'm going to do is add some Spanish moss to it, just with some hot glue. I have a bunch of things left over from my stash from last year doing fall, so I decided to just use some of these up. So I've got a couple of different shaped pumpkins, and I've got the little mini hay bales from the Dollar Tree. I've got some acorns that came from my front yard because I have a large oak tree, and I've also got some pipberry garland, which is my absolute favorite. But first, I'm going to use these two tower blocks and some of the Hawaiian skirt raffia and make my own little hay bale. So I'm just going to wrap it around and around and then change directions and wrap it again and then have a few little straggly pieces hanging out. I'm going to glue the hay bale to the one corner of the picnic table and then add some other little embellishments too. Looking in my stash again, I found two of these little wooden flower pots. I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue and just some of the green moss from Dollar Tree around the edges. And then I'm going to glue in some tiny little white flowers that sort of look like mums, which are the flower of the fall. So I think these turned out super cute and they're going to make a great addition to this little picnic table. I put one of the pots on top of the straw bale and the other one in front of the pumpkins, and now I'm just adding some different embellishments to finish this piece. I think it's super adorable. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got a few more fall videos coming for you, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on them. If you liked what you saw, I'd love for you to give me a thumbs up. That really helps my channel grow. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. The black arrow will point you in the right direction. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.